My name is Caroline, and at the age of 24, I find myself in a role that many would find daunting, that of a sibling carer, responsible for the upbringing of 3 teenagers and young adults ranging from 16 to 21 years old. My journey began long before I even understood the complexities of the world around me. Born into the care system, the state became my parent, and I don't have any relationship with either of my birth parents. My experience within the care system was far from ideal. I shuffled between kinship placements and foster placements, only to end up homeless whilst still in care. Meanwhile, my parents went on to have more children they couldn't care for. My mother was 7 more, and as far as I know, my father had 2 more that I didn't even know about until last year. By the age of 11, I was already tasked with responsibilities far beyond my age. My CSO at the time tasked me with ensuring that my siblings were behaving in placements. It was me getting them ready for school, feeding them dinner, making sure they had showers, going to Mother's Day and Father's Day events. I was also expected to be emotionally mature enough to deliver sad news to them, such as placement breakdowns, or when contact wasn't going ahead. And this was to help the department. As if that wasn't enough, by the time I had turned 18, I had found myself given an informal, out-of-hours go-to person for my 12-year-old sister. This was an informal care arrangement by child safety and police. It was a responsibility that robbed me of my carefree spontaneity and memories that I deserved at that age. But my greatest challenge came when I was 21. I had become a kinship carer for my brother overnight, who I did not have the biggest relationship with. A role that was meant to last a night, but has stretched into 3 years and counting. I faced the harsh reality of the lack of support for carers, especially sibling carers, as I watched my brother battle with serious mental illness and addiction. None of this had been told to me. Nobody told me that I would be in the deep end caring for my brother. Whilst he was in my care, my brother attempted suicide. Whilst he was being taken into emergency care, there was no support for me. Nobody asked me if I needed anybody there. Nobody recognised the trauma that I had just been through. I was the one who had found him. I was the one who performed CPR. I was the one who called the ambulance. I was the scared 21-year-old in the hospital, not knowing what to do. But like most of my life, it didn't matter how I felt. Caring for my siblings had to come first. Today at 24, I find myself still on this journey. I am caring for my 16 and 17-year-old siblings, whilst also still supporting my brother. And they all have their own sets of challenges. But make no mistake, while I love them dearly, teenagers are hard. And I am unable to lead the life of a typical 24-year-old. I can't leave them unsupervised for long. I can't have nights away. I cannot be simply 24. I am angry, and I am fighting tooth and nail for what is best for them and for us. But amidst the struggle, I am also trying to ensure that when the time comes for them to turn 18, and I am no longer useful to the Department of Child Safety, I am not left further behind. I can't save, I can't go on dates, I can't enjoy simple pleasures like going out to dinner with friends. I am worried about my future housing, and I also can't buy mascara without feeling guilty. But most importantly, I am a young person who has been pushed into the role by family, by child safety, and by my own traumas. People like me are not adequately recognised in the care system. We need specific recognition and support tailored to our needs. Young people transitioning from out-of-home care and into roles that we never asked for. We need to be recognised separate from kinship carers. And there needs to be an understanding that yes, most of us want to do this, but how do we support sibling carers to be sibling carers without them sacrificing their entire life? It is time to get creative in how we support carers like me. It is time to acknowledge sibling carers as a distinct group within the care system. We need different types of financial, physical, and emotional support. I am still a young person with trauma. I am still transitioning from out-of-home care. It is time to recognise and support that reality. Although my current living experience is struggling more than thriving, I don't think I would change my decision in caring for my siblings. But if I could leave you with one thing, is this reflection. I am angry. Not once has anyone from child safety ever told me that I did not have to do this. It hasn't always been an expectation. That I gave up my childhood, my teenhood, and now my early 20s. Stepping up. I did the growing up my parents should have done. I stepped up. I have spent my life recovering from things that I should have been protected from. As a child, I was too young to become this angry and full of grief. Children are supposed to be happy and free. Don't tell me that I wouldn't be who I am today without the struggles I have faced. I already know that. I should have been a kid instead of being forced to grow up. The people who were supposed to protect me, nurture me, allow me to be a kid, a teenager, a young adult, have failed me. No amount of healing will change that. I will never get that time back. But yet, as I continue to make the sacrifice, I feel like I am always fighting and I am in a war zone rather than getting the support I need. I need child safety to hear this and I need them to make a change. Thank you.